What's up, everybody? It is your boy Jacob, also known as PickManagement, back here with the Wagering Wizard, my guy Mark, off another, ho-hum night. Pittsburgh let us down big time, blew it
That
in
one
the
hurt.
third period, lost to the Kings 2-1. It was a heartbreaker. All around, it was a crap day yesterday. We'll be honest with you. We own our wins just like we own our losses, and that's just the reality of being a daily NHL better. Avs did Avs cover the 1.5? No, right?
No,
No, did not cover
no.
the 1.5. Rangers did not cover either. No, Rangers pushed one in overtime, so we did hit that. If you follow me live, though, we did hit some pretty good in-game bets. I hit a couple of those. I hit the Rangers game to go to overtime, which was a nice in-game plus 235. So if you follow me on Juice Reel, you are able to get my live bets like right away. That's the only place to do it. The link is in the description below. Totally free app, tracks your bets, and gives you real-time info on your stuff. But that's a story for another day. So, Mark, we're going to dive right into this slate. What do we got today? 3, 6, 9 games. I know you got a couple of bets for us, but otherwise, how you doing? What's going on?
I'm doing great. Excited to looking forward to a bounce back Monday. I had a buddy of mine once tell me bad beginnings make for great endings, and that's what I'm
Sure.
looking to do for this holiday weekend. I've got, right off the bat with the first game, I'm looking at the Anaheim and Buffalo game.
All right.
Played in Buffalo.
Yeah, early start.
Yep. I've got Buffalo on the three-way, so the win in regulation. That's at minus 120. Look, Anaheim is coming into this game in their last 4 games. They're 1-3. In those 4 games, they've been outscored 20-10. UPL in his last 5 starts has only allowed 7 goals. You're looking at a 1.42 goal against average with a 94.3 save percent. I just think that this is a matchup that really gets Buffalo, although they start slow, it gets Buffalo going for the rest of the games this week for them.
For sure. I am also on this game. Just like the other shows, we don't talk about our plays beforehand. We want to go into this to, we give you our picks, so we're not, making our picks based off the other guys. So I'm actually on this Buffalo game too. I took Buffalo in regulation. I was looking for Buffalo -1, not available yet, and it's a little difficult to give it out here because I don't have the odds until the game goes live because I have a shit book. But if you can get the -1, I would take that. I probably get a little bit of a better number, but at minus 112, Buffalo in regulation is a great bet. A couple other things that I had on this. I'm actually giving this out on DTL today too. Luukkonen in net, 3 shutouts, just 21 goals in his last 13 games. So if you go out back a little farther, you said it hit 7 goals in the last couple of games.
Last 4, yeah.
Last 4. If you go back even farther, it's only 21 in the last 13.
Right.
So it's even better. He's 4th in shutouts, 11th in save percentage, 10th in goals allowed. Luukkonen is looks to be the long-term goalie solution for Buffalo right now, and I really like him to help them get the job done today. So yeah, what else do you have?
The second one I have is I'm going up to Arizona, where Edmonton's taking on the Coyotes. I really like the over 6 here. That's at minus 145.
Mark. Hold on. This is too funny. Literally have the same play. In this too. All right, I'm going to let you give the breakdown, but I am also on this bet. So.
Well, listen, great minds think alike, and
Right?
and this is really all purely model based. And when we look at the breakdown, you got Oilers who are sitting 3rd in the Pacific Division. Arizona would be dead last in the Central Division if Chicago didn't suck as bad as they do. And since Edmonton's had that 16-game winning streak, they haven't really they haven't had consecutive wins, back-to-back wins since then. I'm looking for that to change. I also like the Edmonton, both on the 3-way and on the money line. The money line's really juicy. Let's see, what is the... Yeah, it's at minus 275. On the 3-way, you can get it down around 130, 145, around there. But Edmonton, in their last 6 games, they've been scoring 3.5 goals a game. Arizona, they've got the new goalie.
Villata.
Yeah, who...
Villalta. And
he made his debut coming in relief against the Hurricanes.
Yeah.
Only faced 4 shots. Nobody scored against him. Edmonton's a different beast. And when you're facing a team for a full 60 minutes, as your debut, I think the nerves are going to be there. This thing is probably going to sail way to the over.
Yeah, I love that. Edmonton on the 3-way currently 170. So it is a little juicy, but you know what they say. Sometimes the juice is worth
the squeeze.
So, I'm on the over in this one as well for all the reasons you just said. Arizona off of back-to-back. 2 and 3 off back-to-back, not terrible, but they got lucky on a couple of those games, playing some weak teams. But Edmonton, like you said, a different kind of beast. 17 and 3 the last 20, 11 and 3 the last 14 on the road. McDavid and their squad and Skinner are just different kind of beast. Skinner 24, 12 and 1. He's lost 3 out of his last 4 games. So, I think he's in need of a win here, and I think he's gonna, relish the fact that he gets to take on this Arizona team off of back-to-back. So I like Edmonton minus 1.5 here instead of the 3-way to get a better price.
And to be honest with you, I looked at that minus 1.5, and because I got it for 110. Also want to let you know that if you go with the Oilers on the 3-way at BetMGM, that's minus 160 right now is what I'm looking at.
Oh, that's much better. Yeah, it's better.
Yeah.
That's a little better.
But I looked at that minus 1.5, and it's the Oilers' lack of production, of the up and down production with the goal scoring, that kind of steered me away from that one.
Sure. I would take it at -1. Honestly, that's probably what I'm going to try and get it at, because that's going to be like the better price in the middle. I bet you -1's probably around that 130, 140, considering the 1.5 is at -115, -112, something like that. But the over 6, the other reason I did it is because, I'm not scared of juice. If you follow me on my VIP, I give out stuff. 200 is my max, but I'll bet -175 all day. That is what the over 6 is currently at, is at -175. The over 6.5 is 125. I'm taking the 6 for some push protection. Then that's why you're paying the juice for it. So I didn't want to give out 2 really juicy plays like that. So that is why I gave out the over 6 and the -1.5 / -1. Did you have anything else today?
Yeah, FanDuel has the over 6 at 145, -145 right now.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Where's that, FanDuel?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna have to shop around then. See, my thing is, I play offshore, and I'm a stickler for it. I do not. I'll play like casino games and stuff like that on local stuff. Like I like playing. There's a game called Ultimate X. It's a video poker that I play like every single day. But otherwise, I don't really bet on like DraftKings or FanDuel. I don't like the options. I play on Bovada. I'm a Bovada guy forever. I've played here for years. If you see the kind of player points that I have, your mind would be blown. I'm like literally in like millions of player points here.
And I'm just the opposite. I don't use any offshore stuff. The 4 I use are DraftKings, Caesars, BetMGM, and FanDuel.
Well, see, like regular sports books are getting better, but the good thing about Bovada is I can get a crypto payout every 15 minutes if I want.
Oh wow, perfect!
Yeah, literally every 15 minutes I can get a payout. So I mean, you can't beat that. All right, moving on. Did you have anything else for people today?
Yeah, I got one more.
All right.
Just a way to attack the 2 favorites that are so juicy. You want to play them, but the juice is so restrictive. I'm putting the Golden Knights on the money line along with the Oilers on the 3-way. So the win in regular time. You combine those 2, and you're getting at plus 121 for teams that should easily cover.
What was the second half of that? VGK and what?
VGK on the money line and Edmonton in the 3-way. I just really like both of those teams to win today against. Sure. I mean, Golden Knights are playing San Jose. Aiden Hill should be in the crease for them. I don't see the Sharks winning there. And again, I just don't see Arizona, who is on. Where did I see? Arizona is on a crazy losing streak.
Yeah, absolutely. Arizona lost. What is it? Last 9 in a row.
Yeah.
Last 3-7 at home. 0-9 straight up overall. 1-6 the last 7 versus Edmonton. not doing too well, for sure. Yeah, I love that. That's a great parlay for sure. I do have a couple more plays. I'll go to that Vegas game. I took Vegas minus 1.5.
Okay.
Because San Jose is the worst team in hockey. And I think they get it done, especially because Vegas historically has played really well against San Jose, 16-3 straight up their last 19 versus San Jose, including 9-1 straight up their last 10 on the road versus San Jose. So really have been just dominate this team, and pretty simple handicap there. VGK, good team, deep playoff hopeful run. Aiden Hill, I believe, is in net, who's 14-6 on the season. And Mackenzie Blackwood at 10-20 on the season is probably not going to do too well. Vegas lost 2 of the last 3. Two good teams though, Minnesota and Carolina. I'll take it. It's okay. It's a good loss. Before that, they beat Arizona and Edmonton, so they had 2 good wins before that. San Jose do have a couple wins. Won 2 out of their last 5 games. But they beat Calgary and Seattle. They lost to Anaheim, Winnipeg, and Columbus. Some
Right.
kind of pretty shit teams. So love Vegas to get it done here. And then you already talked about that one, so I'll just kind of move on. So my other game is I'm going to Vancouver. I have 2 plays for this game: Vancouver versus Vancouver versus Minnesota. Yeah, thank you. Could not find that. I like Vancouver here. Team total over 3 in regulation is at minus 170. I think we see goals in this game. Total set at over 6.5. That's pretty much it. Vancouver, one of the highest scoring teams in hockey. They are taking on Philip Gustafson, who's 15-4 to the over. But at home, Minnesota likes to score. And Vancouver, puts up goals wherever they're playing and whoever they're kind of playing against. And I think Gustafson will give up 3 here for sure. Did you have any thoughts on this game?
Just a couple. I think that you look at the season totals, and I'm looking. Minnesota on the season has allowed 3.25 goals a game. In the last 14 days, they've had 5 games, and the thing that scares me there is that they are averaging just 2 goals a game in those 5 games. Excuse me. On the flip side, their scoring is just about on par with the season average. They're scoring about 3 goals a game, and you look at what then they're facing in the Canucks, who have been a very difficult team, not just to beat, but to gain any momentum, because they're scoring at such a high rate. But
sure.
In the last 14 days, they've had 5 games, and they're down to 2.71 off of their 3.67 goal per game average. So we've seen a little regression with the goal scoring. I think that Minnesota, that environment, the way that the tempo, the pace of the play is being played, is really conducive to some high-scoring games. I see this one hitting.
For sure. Love it. So a couple more. I am on Carolina minus 1.5 and their team total over 3.5. They're taking on the Blackhawks, worst team arguably the worst team in hockey next to San Jose and the Arizona. So 3-way tie for bottom of the barrel. But Carolina, just on fire and playing at home. That's a tough task for anybody, but especially against the Chicago team, which is 4-24 on the season. I've not. What's this? Kokhtov is in net for Carolina. That's how you say it, right?
Yeah.
Kokhtov?
Yeah.
He is 15-11 on the season. But Carolina at home as a favorite, 29-18, and have been playing great hockey. 4-1 their last 5. Pretty simple handicap. Carolina loves to score at home, and they're taking on the Blackhawks. So pretty simple here.
And the last time the Blackhawks won on the road was all the way back on November 9th.
Yikes. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, it's been a while.
They have a 24-game road losing streak on the line right now. Right now is when they need to focus and just keep committed.
Yep.
And let's add it to 25.
Well, if you can get it, if minus 1.5 is juicy at minus 172, if you can get it at 2, I would take it. You might lose, you might push. You won't lose. You might push on that. but you probably get a better price, and it's totally possible Carolina just blows the doors off of Chicago here. So,
and it's also a great target spot for a same game parlay if you wanted to. I kind of like what you're doing. I think that that's a great way to reduce the juice on 2 or 3 legs that will really have fantastic odds of hitting.
Yeah, like if you wanted to, you could do like Carolina -1 and their team total over 3, and that would probably give you like a pretty solid price at like probably like 130 or so around that. You know what? I'll check it out. I'll put it on the socials at PickManagement later, and we will see what that parlay adds up to. But I do have 2 more plays for everybody, and it is going to be in the last game today, 7 o'clock. Puck drop, Ottawa versus Tampa Bay. I am all over the total over 6 here, and Tampa Bay -1. Both of these teams have been playing pretty well lately, have been playing some high-scoring games. Even Ottawa has. Ottawa's been putting up a lot of goals lately, and so has Tampa Bay. I mean, both of these teams have been goal-scoring machines lately. Right. We see Korpisalo going for Ottawa, Vasilevsky for Tampa Bay. Kind of solid goalies, but it's just these 2 offenses are so dominant right now. They're putting up goals on anybody. And I think Tampa Bay at home is just a little bit better. Ottawa has had kind of a light schedule lately, so they have been putting up goals. They did lose 2 of their last 3. They just lost at Chicago and to Anaheim. Before that, they beat Columbus, Toronto, and Detroit. 3 pretty solid wins, but they gave up a lot of goals in that. And the fact that they just lost to these 2 teams and Tampa Bay is at home. Tampa Bay has played a really tough schedule lately. They lost to the Islanders, but they played Columbus, Boston, Colorado, and Florida. And they just gave up 9 goals to Florida. So I think they're going to want to have a little redemption in this game and take out Ottawa. So
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. That's the Battle of Florida. That was a real gut punch to the Lightning's egos. And I think that they're looking for not just some redemption, but they're going to make somebody pay for that. And with Ottawa coming in, and I really see Tampa Bay just lighten it up. And I think that Ottawa can keep pace with them as far as the scores go. And I can tell you that the crystal ball really, really, really likes this play.
Love it. Why don't you recap your plays? And we'll get out of here. Yeah.
Yep. I've got Buffalo on the 3-way, so they have to win in regulation. That's at -120. I've got Edmonton and the Arizona game going over 6. You could probably bump that up to over 6.5 too. That's probably still a safe play. And then the 2-way is where's my right here? I've got the Golden Knights on the money line and the Edmonton Oilers on the 3-way combined for a +121.
All right. Did you have Edmonton 3-way as an official play too?
Just in the parlay.
Okay, just in the parlay. All right.
Yeah.
And then I am on Buffalo in regulation. Edmonton, Arizona over 6. Edmonton -1.5. Vancouver team total over 3 in regulation. Golden Knights -1.5. Carolina -1.5. Carolina team total over 3.5. Ottawa, Tampa Bay over 6, and Tampa Bay -1. That'll do it for us. Mark, let the people know where they can find you.
Absolutely. You can follow me on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. That's at BettorDaysAhead, BETTOR Days Ahead. There's a link in there for the in my bio for the subscription to the newsletter. I put out a daily newsletter. You're going to get more picks. You're going to get the Sims analysis, the goalie head-to-head sheets, everything that you need to really hone in and focus and target on some bets.
Yep, you can also find his sign up for the newsletter in the description below, and there is a link in the Discord. He now has his own Discord channel, and you can sign up for the newsletter right through there. Both sides, the free and pay side, will be coming soon. Other than that, you can find me daily, Monday through Friday, on Driving the Line. You can also find me. I'm the new editor at Ball is Life Bets, and I'm on there, doing content and whatnot and videos. You can also join my Discord for free. You get extra content, videos, plays, analysis from me, Mark, Soccer Q Ash, the Prince of Picks. We are seriously growing that Discord, and it's really great. And then you can get all my official plays right through the Juicero app, the only totally free app that helps you get analytics and insights into how you wager so you can become a better. The link is below, totally free to sign up, and you get extra plays from like some bots that they have. You can get your own plays. It's really a pretty awesome thing. It's the only app I use to track my plays. So other than that, find me across all socials at PickManagement, and this has been the NHL Betting Insiders. We will see you later.
Have a good day.
Something like fish in a barrel, it's no different. Blindfold on me, I still got the